Welcome in, everybody, to the Cool Down Den. I'm your host, Stu. What's up, everybody? I have two lovely guests today. You know what? I have two lovely guests today, and we're talking. We're doing our second episode of the Community series. Last week we talked about my story as far as community. It was actually my first solo episode. If you guys haven't seen my solo episode by Stu, go ahead and check that out. The link gonna be up here for all my people watching on YouTube. You guys can click that somewhere. I'll post it somewhere. Y'all see it. But yes, so last week we talked about what it was like growing up in a community-filled neighborhood for me, and then moving away from that, because not everybody grew up in that situation, right? Shoot, Mario, you can attest to that. How we grew up in Kent, and everybody knew everybody, and it's just And then as you grow up away from that, and you see what it's like to live outside of a community, how crazy different it actually is. And so that was just my experience. So this week we're talking about kind of the same thing. We're still focusing on the word community, okay? But tonight's episode is called Alone Together: The Slow Death of Community in the Digital Age, okay? So we live in a time where you can message anyone instantly, okay? But we struggle with the face-to-face communication. We constantly are connected, yet somehow we constantly also feel isolated at the same time. Before we dive in, let's make sure you guys subscribe and follow. Turn on notifications so you guys never miss an upload for the podcast all the time, okay? So we also have a very first timer on the podcast today. I finally got her. It took me like 5 months of begging, pleading.
Has it been that long?
No, it ain't been that. Let's probably about 3 months.
Not been that long.
So it was actually 5 months, 26 days, 3
Let's
hours,
just say
and
this is
56
nothing but
seconds.
God. I didn't overthink it. I just said okay, because if I would have put my thought into it, I would have said no again. But I just went with the flow.
So with that being said, Telly, just go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell people who you are, what you do, all that good stuff.
Hey y'all, I'm Telly, baby. I go by Telly. I'm a Warzone gamer and streamer. That's all I breathe, sleep, and eat. I do other things too from time to time, just depending on how I feel. I could play anything, and really, it don't matter. But Call of Duty is just my go-to. I'm a mother. I have 3 beautiful girls and a son, and yeah, I'm known for just cussing people out on Warzone and being a lovely mom. That's my forte. That's my niche. And here I am somehow, like Stu said, I don't even know how I got here. I have been denying him from the get-go, like, no, it would never happen. It would never happen. Yeah. But somehow the Lord has brought me here today, so maybe I have a word to share that somebody might take in and keep close to them.
Everybody has a word, and so everyone's word is important. So thank you so much for coming to share yours, you know what I'm saying? And you guys already know, man, Rio's been on here. He was on the very, very, very first episode of the Cool Now Then. And he been, he basically like a co-host, low-key type shit. So, but for anybody who doesn't know you, go ahead and introduce yourself again.
What up, y'all? I'm Rio B. I'm a variety streamer. I play anything, everything, all across the way. Right now, we've been on the Arc Raiders, the 2X KO. We need some more console people on that. Come on, y'all. Come on, console people. Let's not let this game die. I'm also a full-blown entertainer, so I'm an MC, dancer, photo host, actor, model, all the things above. I'm a dog daddy, as you can see. Up his in my face, trying to give me love. That's me.
So, So that's Real B, man. He actually is a full blown actor. It's actually, if you guys haven't seen it in his streams, it is so funny seeing an actor be a streamer. It's hilarious. Because stuff is just like not as exciting. It's just like a dull part of the game is not dull with him. It's just like something you would be like, okay, that's just okay. Oh, a blow up. Oh, whatever. But he gonna be like, ah, and I'm like, oh. And so now you excited because he excited. And it's
so we did our first scary game run through, and I tell you, nothing was going on, but it was a lot going on with me.
It was funny. I'm like, nigga, all they did was turn the light out.
What game was it?
Resident Evil Village.
Why did I have a feeling? Because everybody's playing that right now. That game is crazy.
That game is definitely
crazy.
I don't do scary games. And like, literally, it's just...
It's a hot mess.
Hot mess. So if you guys have been watching the podcast long enough, every guest brings something different to the table. Different backgrounds, different experiences, but the same question. All right. So what happened to the real connection? So let us just start here. Let's start with the very first question. When was the last time either one of y'all was in a room full of people but you still felt completely alone or isolated? It's kind of a heavy one to start, but you know me, I'm going to dive
Mm,
right in. You know, so who
Mm,
wants to go first with that one?
I can go first.
gotta think about that.
Okay, I bet.
Honestly, it was very recent. Very, very recent. It was New Year's actually. New Year's Eve.
Okay.
I went out with some folks. We had plans to go to like some place that was doing like a New Year's Eve event. We got there and it was a big snowstorm that night because I live in Cleveland and it was a big snowstorm. So we got there, walk in, look around, I don't hear no music. I see like two people, no lights on, no nothing. And yeah, the bartender's like, yeah, the DJ left about an hour ago. Nobody showed up. I'm like,
What?
all right, well, what do we do? So there's a spot in here in Cleveland we love to go to. It's called Corky's. It's a karaoke bar. So we're like, forget it. We'll go to Corky's. It's going 7 days a week. Always people there. Go there. We're doing like, they were like giving out free champagne glasses. And like, I'm standing there right in front of the bartender handing the champagne out. And I'm like, I see her pass one person pat next to me, other person next to me. It's
Mhm.
like 5, 6 people she done passed next to me, and I'm just standing there right in front of her. I'm like, "Hey, do we gotta pay for these or something?" She's like, "No, they're free." And I'm like, "Well, then where the fuck is mine? I'm right here. I'm right here." And eventually, like, I got
What
mine.
the
Then,
hell?
like, later on, it was like couple moments where it was just like, ugh, and that like felt like I was alone. So was there with my buddy, and he's like, "All right, let's sign up for a song together." I chose what is the song called? "Got Me Up All Night." All I'm saying is Power Trip. So he's
Yeah,
gonna do
power trip.
Miguel part.
Why
I
did I
was
not
gonna
know that
do
song?
I was gonna do J Cole. So my song comes up. Granted, he signed his name is like 2 songs after mine. Song comes up. I go up there, look around, waiting for my buddy. Nowhere to be found. So I'm like, well, I told the DJ, I'm like, hey, yeah, the person I was supposed to do the song with is apparently not here right now. So can you just switch it to something else I'm comfortable with? Did my go-to. Look at me now. And did my song, walked off. 2 songs later, my buddy pops back up for his song that he signed up for. I'm like, I wonder where you were. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna let this ruin the mood. I'm just gonna,
Right.
continue. I'm gonna support and bring good energy. Rewind back to during the ball drop. The ball drop is going on, like the countdown, like 10, 9. And like this chick, she's like, hey, I like your sweater. I'm like, I know you. Like, we've hung out a bunch of times. It's 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year. She's like, who are you? I'm
Dang.
like, oh, I'm like, yeah, this is just like, and then the ice on the cake, there was a chick there. I was like, I told my homie, I'm like, hey, I got my eye on her. I think I'm gonna go for her tonight. He's like, going later down the line, and he's like, all right, I'm about to wingman you. I'm like, all right, I don't usually do wingman situations. I do my own thing, got my own style. So he goes talk to her friend. I go to slide around to like start talking to her. Some other girl comes up and starts the conversation in the total opposite direction. So as soon as I come around, she turns around, starts talking to them. And I'm standing there waiting for the conversation. I'm standing there and it's like 2, 3 minutes go by. It felt like an hour. And I'm like, all right, I feel stupid standing here while he's over here talking to her friend. She's in the conversation. I'm just here like a bump on the log. And I'm like, yeah, it's about time to go home.
About that time. Just about that time, man.
It's
Sometimes
about
it
that
is.
Yikes.
time. We're supposed to go to an after spot. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not in the energy to keep
Right.
doing
And
this.
it be like that sometimes. Sometimes you just be like, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
not about to be the 15th wheel here. I'm not about to be
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
just go ahead, just take my L and move on. Telly, what about you? Have you ever been in a room full of people and you just felt alone? Like you felt like you would be there or whatever?
Uh, Plenty of times. I'm trying to think. It was this recent time. I know it was probably a holiday. A lot of people might know, a lot of people might not know. I'm not in the relationship I was in recently with the father of my children. So I've been going through like relationship, like breakup. And y'all know how that is, trying to live your life on your own afterwards and just
Mm-hmm.
learn
Mm-hmm.
life over pretty much by yourself after being with somebody for so long. So
That's so
I could just say any event from there on out because I'm around my brother a lot now, and he's married. And then my other brother has a girlfriend too. And most of the time we do stuff together, like have little parties, game nights, go out to eat. And sometimes it's like, okay, I feel loved. I'm around my family. But then at the end of the day, I'm looking around like, damn, I'm the fucking third wheel. I don't have nobody here with me. Like, where is my person? Everybody got theirs. Like, hello? And the crazy part about it is when I think about it, I think hard about it and I'm like, it don't even matter really because the funny, ironic thing behind it, the father of my children did not like being around my family anyway. So even if we were together right now, it's like God saying, don't even worry about it. Even if y'all was together, he wouldn't even want to be here with y'all. You'll still be a third wheel. Cause I still would go out with them even while I was with him. I would still go out. He wouldn't, it got to a point I didn't even ask him no more if he wanted to go with us
Mm,
to do this or that. It could just be somebody's birthday or Christmas or whatever. And it just got to the point where it was like, well, you're more than likely going to be doing this by yourself anyway. It's kind of like a
right.
preparation thing. So
Mhm.
now when I do it, I don't really think about it until, you see everybody around you kissing and stuff. And you like,
Right, yeah, you only that's how
oh,
it be. You don't
where
ever
my
really think about it until you like,
where my kiss at? Like, hello? Like,
Like,
damn, I forgot. We not just all family, y'all together. Y'all doing stuff behind the closed doors. Oh,
you know what, that must be nice. Oh,
must be
how that
underneath the
nice.
mistletoe.
I'm trying to
So I
see
ain't
what
gonna
that
sit
be
here and
like.
act like it don't like get to me, In the moment, it's like, yes, I have company. I'm doing stuff with people. This is nice.
Mhm.
Familiarity, people I'm comfortable with. But then at the end of the day, when it settles in, it's like, yeah, you're alone, bitch. You don't have nobody to kiss on you, touch on you.
Mhm.
And I like love. I love love. I'm a lover
Love it.
girl. So
Love
I
it.
need that. But I'm learning right now it's okay to be alone. It's okay to not have somebody touching on you, kissing on you, whispering in your ear, what I'm saying?
You
That's
need
how
that
I
little
got all these
husband.
goddamn kids. So it's like,
But
I need this. I've never truly been alone. I have been in and out of relationships since I was 17. So God is really firm with me, trying to show me what it's like to be by myself. He's like, I'm gonna need you to see what it's like first. So you don't never put all of that love and care and heart into somebody who just takes it away like it's nothing because that shit hurts. So
true.
to really be able to take on my days and do it by myself and not have that, it's a good feeling not having to depend on somebody to give what I should be giving myself.
Mm.
But it does get hard being in a room full of people and you just feel like, damn, did the lights turn off? Did the music die out? Like, you just in your head like, "Fuck," and everybody around you laughing, having fun. I've been there just sitting in the corner like, "Damn, I need to go in the bathroom for a second." Like, I've been
Just
there too
yeah,
many
yeah, for
times in
sure.
this past year.
For
Like, I
sure.
need to step away before they see my face.
'Cause the thing about you
I've been there. Yeah, and you don't even wanna say
and
like,
once they ask
"Nah,
you
I feel
cool, then it's
alone."
like,
Yeah, the tears will flow.
no,
And I'm sensitive, I'm a crybaby, that's all it takes for somebody to say, "Are you okay?" "No! My dog died, my car broke down, I lost my house. No, I'm not okay." And it's
yeah, you
like,
don't wanna be
damn,
that.
that shit hard, but it builds you up at the same time. God
It
knows
definitely
what you
do.
need in your
It
time
definitely.
of need.
It
So,
no,
yeah,
it definitely do. And he's always gonna be the one person that always knows what you need for sure. I ain't gonna lie, I felt
mhm,
alone a lot, and not just like recently, but just like I mean, of course, recently, getting out of a relationship, kind of the same thing you tell you. I was in a very serious relationship with someone for a very long time, and it got real toxic real quick. It got
mm,
it got real toxic, and just being the lover boy I am, I tried to go through that toxicness and just keep you holding on to that rose
same.
petal,
We
even
might
though
be the same person.
mm.
you didn't know it's happening.
It's
Holding
time
on
to
to the
just start
rose petal,
stomping that bitch out, like,
but yeah, so but I had to learn to let go, and so now they continue trying to talk to me, still to this day. It's so funny, though, but I
of
always
course.
block her because lately it was 2 days ago. It's funny, the day before Valentine's Day, she hit me up on a completely different phone number, and she
The day
called me,
before Valentine's
and
Day.
I've been
Just get
answering.
desperate.
I've been answering.
The devil.
I've been answering random numbers lately. Normally, I don't answer random numbers because, like, whatever. But lately, because I'm going to the doctor, I've been trying to get my life together. Physical therapist calling
Mhm.
me, like a whole bunch of stuff. So I've been answering random numbers because of doctor stuff. And so this time I answered this number, and she's like, "Hey," I'm like, "What? What? What you want?" She's like, "Oh, so you don't even think I exist no more? There's a reason we haven't talked in months. What do you want?" And she's like, "Well, I just want to see what you do for Valentine's Day. I'm doing some movie stuff in my Discord. I hope you have fun with your date." And I hung up. What's your date? I don't know. But it's just like, I don't need the energy. I don't need that energy. But that actually moved the silence be loud. The silence is definitely loud, boss. I feel you. I feel you on that. But that moves us to the next question I have right here. I keep trying to use a mouse for this computer, and it's not the mouse for this computer. So I'm doing this like, where's the mouse at? And yeah, that's whatever. So I think nowadays we always talk about the comparison between our generation and our parents' generation, right? And so I
Mhm.
want to ask a question here. Do you think loneliness in our generation is different than when it was back then? Because nowadays, this is just my opinion, real quick. I think you can be lonely in a room full of people because you're not with the people you want. So, for instance, let's say like you had a family outing or whatever, but you want to be with your man, your woman, whatever, and so you texted them, even though you got so many people around you, or because you don't have the connection to the people in the room, you feel lonely, even though you're in the room. Whereas I think back in the day, our parents may have had a better semblance of community, so where they knew how to not feel alone if they were with people. So for them, the way I see it, they didn't feel alone unless they were actually alone. Whereas nowadays, us millennials, we alone even though we got people in front of our face. So what y'all think?
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like it's because this technology, like it's so easy. Oh, I'm feeling anxious right now. Too many people around me. Let me pull my phone out. Look at this real quick. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's so easy to like step out of your present moment that you're in and take yourself to another time, like whether it be the future, you think about, oh, what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. This is boring. I don't like none of this food they got here. Oh, this person saying something I don't like. Let me go text this person real quick, try to get my mind off of what my
Mm-hmm.
dad just said or whatever. So it's so easy for us to take ourselves out of the present moment and pick up wherever we want to be instead to try to find something to fill that void. And they didn't have that really as much back in the day. Like when they had
Yeah.
typewriters and had to write letters, like
Right.
it wasn't no just pulling out.
How far back we go?
It wasn't.
I was thinking like the 90s. She went back to like the 1800s. Like,
I'm just saying, for example, it don't have to be that far back, but they had less technology. Let's say when they only had the computer and maybe track phones.
yeah,
They
true.
had to
They're
pay
right,
for the
right.
minutes. Okay, I don't
Right.
got nothing but 2 minutes left. This is for emergencies only. I ain't gonna get no more minutes for a few weeks. So I can't hit up Sharonda because Nancy over here pissing me off. So they had to just be in that moment and be like, fine, let me just step outside, smoke a cigarette, cool off, come back in, recuperate. They couldn't do what we could do now and
Yeah.
easily just
You
turn
used
to
to have
our
to sit in
phone.
that shit. You used to have to sit in it, whatever it was.
Mhm.
You had to
Sit
sit
in
in that.
it or try to take their mind off of it some way. And I feel like that was probably better because sometimes all of this digital access, digital access can distract us at the same time in a negative way because we could turn our mind from one negative thing and turn to something else negative that done pissed us
Mhm.
off. Open up Twitter and something remind us of some trauma we have. Like it's that easy. It's happened. And now you even more fucking pissed,
I
bawling your
just saw
eyes out.
something
Like
yesterday. I saw something
that's all it
yesterday.
takes.
Literally, I opened Twitter. It was like 8 a.m. It's like 8 a.m. I woke up. I opened up Twitter. The first thing I see is, the reason why there's so many lonely women on Valentine's Day because all these niggas broke. I said,
Oh my gosh. Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh.
first,
I knew it was
it
about to
can't
be
be.
some bull.
It can't be because men are just sick of the bullshit. It can't be because of that. It's just because we all broke. Now, me, that
Yeah.
kind of double hits because I am actually broke. That actually
Hello?
motivates. But even if I did have money, I still don't want to be with nobody right now because the data pool has feces in it, man. But no, yeah, and so that's why most men ain't doing that right now because most men they sick of the bullshit. That's why they ain't dating right now, not because they broke, you know. But
Or I
Mario,
could
what you
use
stop us,
sorry.
nigga?
I was just gonna say I could use my situation I'm going through as an example. back then, a lot of couples, parents, grandparents, they stayed together because they felt like, they had to.
It had
It
to be,
wasn't no,
yeah.
"Oh, I'm
Hmm.
finna go hit up Tony. I know he finna give me what I want." "Oh, I
Uh-huh.
got
Well,
10 other on my line." Like, it wasn't as easy for them to do that. They felt they had to keep the family together even if it was broken, even if it was secrets, even if it was pain. Now, we're accepting our self-worth and seeing, "Okay, me and this person not getting along the way we should be, so it's time to go." Like, even if it takes long, more people are doing it and seeing that's actually healthier than staying in these situations and knowing that it's okay because that generation has told us for so long, oh, grandpa and grandma stayed together for 20,000 years. Like my parents, they are fucking toxic as
Mm.
hell. And they're together to this day. They were together since before I was even born. So I've always looked at that like, okay, if they could work through it, I can. And it's kept me in so many fucking toxic situations because of that. And it's now getting to a point where I'm learning healthy, like, self-worth and love, like, it does not have to be that.
right,
You shouldn't feel bad for leaving things behind that are not good for you, and society has taught us so much in the past that no, stick around, push through, don't give up so easily. But you gotta think, if somebody is cussing me out and talking to me a certain way because I ain't
mhm.
put a dish in the sink or I ain't wiped the hair off the counter, I gotta take that and just put up with it because it's, oh, they're just talking to you a certain way. At least you're not getting beat on, you know? And it's
No,
like,
I
no, it
definitely
don't
agree.
matter how it is. You should be able to leave that shit alone if it's not right for you. I don't care if it's a family member, a friend, a relationship, a dog. If that dog ain't listening to you and shitting all over your house, kick that motherfucker out. Henry doesn't know what he's doing. Kick Henry, kick
That's
him to
just
the
bad
fucking curb.
parenting right
That's just
there.
bad parent.
Don't put that.
And
Don't put that on the dog.
so I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're here. Call me. I'm gonna skip the
Sometimes
next
it,
question. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip on to the next question here because that leads me into what I kind of want to get into today, right?
wait, we didn't
The,
even let Rio answer. I just
yeah,
cut
yeah,
off.
go ahead. Don't do that. So no, I'm gonna reset the question for you before we get into the next one. So do
Yeah.
you think that the loneliness today look different than how it did, let's say 10, 20 years ago?
Um. Yes, I agree with basically everything you and Telly were saying. I do. I did. My answer was a little bit. I wanted to piggyback off of, and I kind of already had the thought of like also, yeah, our parents had way more community. Like I remember just growing up, like way more family functions, way more family gatherings. Like
Mhm.
even for most holidays, there was family gathering. I would go see both sides of my family. I would see just a lot more of my family growing up. So I feel like it was just a stronger sense of community, which is not the same. Like I can't remember the last holiday I spent with my mother's side of the family.
Mm.
And I don't that connection is like being lost through time and like we're the unks now and the aunties now. So we gotta be the ones to put things together. But like when you don't have that strong community and family, like you feel like support and just that like group is hard. It's hard to not feel alone in today's age, especially when like you feel like you have so much access or people feel like they have access to you or they know what's going on with you in your life because based on what you post on social media. But it's all like a facade on what social media is not what the reality of what people are going through, but that's what we base a lot of our opinions on
Mm.
how we perceive people.
Hey,
So
and that is true. Social media definitely can influence a lot of people's mindset of what they think their actual perception is for people. Yeah, leading in, I mean, Mario, if you follow along with the question, I'm gonna jump down to number 6, right? I'm gonna jump down straight down to number 6. So do likes and comments trick our brains into feeling societally fulfilled? So like I'm gonna change that into a way that so do you think
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna put that in layman's terms. Do we think that a lot of people will look at likes and comments and shares and all this stuff, and they it boasts their head up, or even vice versa? Not having likes and comments, you think you're not the shit, even though you might actually be the shit. Do we think social media has really tricked our brain into thinking that?
Yes. My daughter, for example,
100%.
she's only 12 and she has YouTube and all of that. And I've always wanted to hold off on that and let her have it, something that's monitored. But it got to a point where it's like kids be just doing shit on their own and shit. So it's like, oh my
Mhm.
gosh, you got it. You got it, bro. But my younger son, he can't have all of that no more. Like, he's banned from Roblox because he told me somebody was bullying him on the game. I took the tablet and looked, and the kids came up to me. Guess what they were saying? I pooped in your pants. I said, that's bullying you? Yeah, you don't need Roblox no more. It got
Man.
to a point where it's like, he can't have chat on it, but he knows how to log out. He was only like 6, 7 at the time, and he's knowing how to log out and make a new account. So it got to a point where it's like, you not even having, like, your banned. You can't even download it no more. Because it's like, if you think somebody saying I poop in your shorts is bullying you, I don't know what to do when somebody's actually bullying you. You just might
Yeah.
jump off a bridge if you think pooping in shorts is bullying.
Because
Like,
there was a time when people actually would
hello?
throw poop at you. Like, come on, like, bro, what? Like, you talking about imaginary poop on a screen? We had to grow up in time where people had to dunk their head in toilets and like for real, like
Exactly. Real live bullying.
real life
Like,
shit
let's
in your
not get
face.
started on that. Like,
You
hello?
know?
And the teachers just acting like they don't know nothing. Like,
Don't
what
see
you
nothing. The
talking
teacher's
about?
scared
Billy would
too.
never
Like,
do nothing like that. Like, teacher scared of the bully, like, too. Like, bully looking like you better not fucking say shit. And teacher just like,
man,
so it's like, you think somebody saying I poop in your shorts. If anything, that motherfucker is nasty.
I just watched these, mom. I just watched
Like,
these.
not a bully. That's not a bully.
Right.
And then my daughter, she streamed on my channel the past 2 days by herself. I was here, like, on the side, but I let her actually do it by herself this time because usually I would be here next to her, sitting with her. And she kept asking, why is nobody talking to me? Why is nobody talking? Nobody likes me. She was like, yeah, you should come get on here. Nobody wants to talk to me. They all want to talk to you. I'm
She
like,
definitely
baby,
did say that when I came in because I
yes, I had
came
to
in towards
I
the
don't know if y'all heard
end.
me yelling at her in the background. I'm like, stop saying it. I'm like, nobody wants to hear that. Like, enjoy the stream. You asked me to stream, so enjoy the stream. That's what you're there to do. It's not about who's like, yes, we want all of those things, but we don't let those things get to our head. We enjoy it. People are coming to see you enjoy yourself when you stream. I said, think of it as a TV show. I always tell her that. I said, if you want to be a streamer, think of it as a TV show. When you turn on a TV show, do the TV show ask you to talk back to them and like, why are y'all watching the show? Why y'all not commenting on what just happened? Y'all ain't just see Bernie do this? Hello, I'm asking y'all a question.
I
And
love
she'd
that.
be
I love
laughing
that.
every time I say that. I have to keep bringing it up to her. And finally, she started to understand a little bit. So she did it. She did better last night. And I was like, don't be with all that, because I could tell immediately when her attitude changed. I was like, even if nobody's talking, nobody's coming, like, just keep going, keep commentating, oh, I'm doing this, guys, or act like you having fun, even if you ain't, because if you're not, don't get on the stream. That's my advice.
Mhm.
If you're not in good energy, I try not to get on the stream if I'm not in good energy. Like, if I know my head is fucked up or I'm finna be having an attitude with people when I get on stream, I try not to even get on stream because it's like, nobody's there for that. They be like,
Yeah,
grind,
facts.
grind, grind. No, it's not all about grind, grind, grind. Grind at a healthy pace, you know? If your mind is not there today, it's okay. You don't have to get on the stream. You don't have to
Nah,
get on the
facts.
stream. I mean, if you sick, stuff like that, and you feel like, oh, I'm gonna just try to push through it, that's different. But if you're mentally fucked up in the head and you know
Can't
you
have
just
that.
went through some shit, your mind is in a whole
Mhm.
different place. You can't entertain people. You can't be kind to people at the same time. You might could keep it
Mm.
up for a little bit, but eventually those thoughts start taking over. Like, man, you telling me your dog died and my fucking wife just left me at 20 years. You think I give a fuck about that? So you in the back of your head going through what you going through and people coming and talking to you like a regular day, not knowing what you're going through. So it's like, why even hop on the stream? So I made it
Facts.
very clear to her, like, yes, we want the likes, we want the comments, because she's always been one to reply to people on YouTube, like, oh, why are you bullying this person? I'm like, you can't control everybody on the
You
internet.
can't.
Read and
That,
go.
that's a
Mhm.
Read and go. Stop replying to everybody. Stop asking them why they doing this. She likes to expose people and make videos about them. I'm like, stop. Stop. You're not the
Hey, there's
savior
a
of the
niche.
internet. You're not
I'm
the
about to
savior of the
what's her channel? I'm about to follow her. She
Yeah,
got
that's
all
a
the juicy
niche.
stuff.
she be exposing people who trying to hack her Roblox. Like, guys, go report this person. She be trying to expose people that commented on her. Like,
Man, she gonna blow
look
up.
at what this girl said. I said, stop bullying this person. And they said, oh, that's why this, that. And she'll expose them like on her channel. I'm like, please stop. Like, please stop. Please stop.
She gonna blow up because look, because that type of drama
That's what her
people
daddy
love.
kept saying. He was
Uh-huh.
like, "Just let her do her," and I'm like, "Oh my god,
Yeah,
I'm trying to teach her."
yeah.
Like,
This I'm telling you, there's a niche. There's a niche for that.
I
But
can't even fight it at this point. She gonna
real, what
do what
about you,
she
man?
do.
Do you think people really focus on likes and comments stuff more than just personal connection?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Um, I mean, I can be advocate to it because sometimes like I do get lost in the likes and the comments, and it's just like a boost to the ego. It's a
Oh,
big
100%.
boost to your ego. Like when I post something like going on in my life and I get like X amount of comments on it from just people from like all different stages of my life, like it makes you feel good. Makes you feel good. But also on the flip side of it, like especially us being content creators, like that is the dopamine we're looking for and like the interaction we're looking for when we post our content that people are liking, sharing, commenting. Because that's how we eat. That's how we eat in this industry. But when you do post something and like it's not getting the love that you expected, like you put all this hard work into it and like it's not getting love, it's very discouraging. It can be
Mm,
very, very discouraging. And that's where like some people falter in this industry is like they focus so much on the likes, the comments instead of just pushing the content out and like just appreciating what your art that you're putting out to the world. So that's kind of my standpoint on it. It's like it's a double-edged sword, especially like as content creators. It's a double-edged sword. Because like on one flip side is like we do need the comments and likes and the shares and the interaction, but also you can't get so wrapped up in that to where like you just lose your passion for the art and the substance that you're putting out.
that is true. And I don't really think about it as art. I need to start thinking about it as art. And I'm telling you, I loved what you said that of how as a streamer we're like a TV show, you know. And I
Hmm.
never actually I have thought about it that way once, but I forgot about it because I think Mario, Jay kept getting on my ass all the time about the type of streamers I'll be watching. Like I watch a lot of big names, Tim the Tatman, Nick Merck, Swag, and all that stuff. And so when they be saying these things, I'll be thinking about it. I'm like, why do I gravitate towards these type of people, right? And I think it's kind of what Telly was talking about. It's because of the production of it, right? Because everybody I just listed has a production team. Like Tim the Tatman literally has someone who basically can control his stream without him having to press a button. So all he has to do is focus
Oh
on
wow,
gaming. And
that's
Uh,
interesting.
because Whips will switch scenes, Whips will play music, Whips will do everything. Like Whips will because Whips is remotes into his PC. He'll switch scenes for him. He'll add command stuff for him to the point to where now Tim's like, shoot, I don't know how to do that shit. Whips do it.
That's crazy.
I think
Imagine.
about it. All that stuff you
trying to
do
get to
like
that level.
command, adding
Yeah, at
command,
that point, it
switching
really is a
scenes, all
show.
that stuff. Like
Cue the
like
music.
You're
Cause
right.
now
what?
Tim has
You
been
don't gotta
Got a
do
streaming
whole
since
production
nothing.
manager.
Tim has been
That's
streaming since
amazing.
2010, 2011, since Twitch
Yeah,
was what
since the
just a
beginning of
TV.
Switch.
He an OG, he an OG. So I get that, but even still, like I love seeing that type of production value, right? The different type, the music and the interaction with chat and stuff. Like it was cool. It was cool. But just my point of view on that question was just like, yeah. So, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I had to turn off the numbers
Hmm.
for how many people are in my chat. I had to turn it off. I felt that made me a better streamer when I turned that off because
Hmm.
it was affecting my ego. I'm like, damn, like, am I just ass? I only got two people on this motherfucker. Like, damn, what am I doing wrong? Like, why can I not pull in numbers?
Get in
And I
your
think,
head.
bro, and I think that's a lot of people can do that, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're not pulling the numbers you think you deserve, like, I could be an ego push out for real. So I had to just turn the numbers off. I had to turn the numbers off because of what some Tim the Tatman said. Tim the Tatman said, like, yo, he grew because he had that same thing. He was like, dang, why don't I have 2,000, 3,000 people here? I only got 200. Now, at the same time, I'm like, damn, nigga, I only got 200.
Only 200
But
is
like,
crazy.
but he was,
Hello?
but he was like, yeah, I only got 200, bro. And he was like, he had to realize, let me just make sure my 200 are cool. Let me get to know them on a personal level. Let me just, I'm gonna make sure my 200 is family. And then from there, that 200 grew, right? And so I was like, let me take that same approach. So if I got five people in here, Okay, where you from, yo? How your name? I get to know those 5 people to the point to where I want those 5 people to be like, yo, every time Stu go live, I'm hitting that button because it's not just, you know, a stream, it's a family. It's Stuville, it's Stuville. And you know me, I gotta do my little plugs. If you guys want to make sure y'all join Stuville, make sure y'all join the Discord. You feel me? Brand new Discord. Make sure y'all go ahead and join that.
Hot
Click the
off the
link in the
press.
chat. You know what I'm saying? Fresh
W.
Discord. We just had a movie night in Discord yesterday for people, for all the singles and Valentine's. So make sure y'all join the Discord. And I said click the link, but I have not put the link inside the chat. So let me copy and paste this real quick. And then I want y'all to make sure y'all join the Discord. But so moving on. This is a question that when ChatGPT came up with this question, I was like, damn. And it's a good one right here because it goes back hand in hand what we're saying. If social media were to disappear tomorrow, all of it, all social media gone, how many of your friendships or relationships would survive? Social media was
Woo!
just gone. How many
Yeah.
friendships or relationships are gone with it?
Woo, it's crazy.
Man, what? So I'm gonna go first because I had a couple days to think about it. I read that one and I was like, damn. I think if I ain't had no social media to keep in contact with nobody, I think I might have like one friend that I could call. And I was like, and that's when I was like, yeah, I need to do some shit because that's kind of fucked up. Like if the internet was just to go out or social media was to die, I don't got, I can call 2 people. I can call Jay and Kat over the phone. That's about it. Or Mario. That's about it. 3 people. So so that's my answer. Is just like, yeah, but everybody I met on Twitch, just gone. Bye,
Yeah.
Telly. Like just
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Bye.
I totally agree. I would say like as far as like all my like new relationships I've grown through adult life and like just the avenues that I've pursued I would say a good 90% would probably die out. A good 90% would die. But like the ones that I've grown with, those relationships I don't think are going anywhere because I do contact them and talk to them via phone. Like people that know me, I'm a FaceTime phone call type of guy. I don't like the text. I can't. I don't have the attention span to be texting someone all day, and that's just boring to me. Like texting, things get misconstrued. Like it don't come off the certain way that I'm saying it. Like I might say something that's like goofy, funny, jokey. Someone
man,
might be
what?
in a bad mood that day and take it the wrong way.
That's
That's what I'm
So
saying.
irritating.
I
like,
despise texting. I hate texting so
yeah,
much, bro.
me too. Me too. Like if you want to talk to me, give me a phone call. And like if I don't answer, I will call you back within the next hours.
Hours.
Within the
Hey
next.
man,
It'll be at least the
he a
same
busy
thing.
man. He a busy man.
I mean, yeah, you keeping
Wait,
it
you
real.
saying going
It could be
like the internet
days.
going out or just social media? The question says just social media, but I kind of took it personal, like the internet went out, or let's
And
say,
that went out.
or let's go even further. Let's say there was a big ass EMP and now the power's out. I took it to
So
drastic. I
we
don't know
don't
why
got
I
no
took it that
phone.
drastic. So yeah, we don't got no phone. Well, you got a phone until your phone down. But like, but
I don't think
I
no
was trying to think of
relationship
a
surviving.
well, no. If
If
you want
that's
to
the
take it
case,
the
Yeah,
non-dramatic,
we
we're
we
gonna
gonna
going
pull
back
back out the
to the
typewriters and the
early,
horses.
go
yeah,
back to
yeah.
that.
We
Right,
So
going
what
back
I
right.
to
was saying with the
typewriters.
typewriter,
Send a pigeon out there. Got to send a pigeon.
Yeah, the
pulling out the goddamn stork. Shit.
messengers
Flying
now.
messengers, the bottle, pop the bottle
No,
in
Just
so
the water. We
on the
talking
we
about
gonna
the
take it
skis.
to just
fireworks.
social media. Like, let's say if you don't got social media, just social media. Like, if you don't
Okay,
just got
that's
social media.
yeah, that sound
Yeah.
better.
So,
Internet going out is crazy.
yeah.
Internet empowered, like what we talking about here now.
Hey, man, took
But
us back to the.
I have a lot of people numbers, but I'm not like outside of social media. I'm not really. I'm a very like I don't know how to put it. Like I guess an introverted extrovert. So like I like to stay to myself, and I've grew up that way. I was the type I could be in my room for days, never talking to nobody.
Hmm.
So it's nothing to me really. If like social media was to go out, I would definitely survive. And I never really had. I know this sounds bad, but I never really had like that. Oh, I ain't talked to so and so in so long. Like what's going on with them? Like, if somebody ain't talked to me in a year and I really fuck with them and they hit me up, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, hey. Like, I'm not gonna be like, damn, this bitch ain't don't talk to me. So like,
Yeah.
it ain't even gonna be nothing if social media is to go out and people start hitting me up, because a lot of people have my number. I'm just not a texter, like Rio said. I prefer calls, FaceTime. Texting is fucking boring. All of that back and forth. You don't know what people are mean by what they saying sometimes. And even when I do text, I like to put emotion into that bitch. Millions of emojis and jokes. So if you're not doing that with me, chances are we're not texting, because all that how you doing every day, all day.
Yeah. With
That's why
texting,
social media has just became the main street thing, because you can see how I'm doing for the most part. If you want to see deeper than that, then you gonna have to call me. I don't really want to text like all that. Hey, what you doing every single day? Is like
yeah, texting
you just
turned
seen me post a picture. I was at the restaurant. That's what I was doing. Like
to turn a 5-minute
you text me
conversation
that.
to a whole day long thing of texting.
Yeah,
Man,
it's
what?
boring. It's boring. I know it only take 1 second to pull out your phone, but sometimes it's just the emotion and thought into it. I put emotion and thought into my message. Some people can honestly look at their phone, copy and paste, hey to everybody. That's wicked if you're doing that. But imagine somebody copy and paste, say, hey, how you doing today, to everybody in their phone every day. That's how I kind of look at texting. This some AI shit. Like, we should
No,
be
for
on the phone. Like,
I was
I would
so
rather
bad at
call
texting.
you and talk to you. Like, I want to see your face. I want to see your expressions. I want to see you look at me in the motherfucking eye. I want to see what you're doing day to day. You know what I'm saying? I understand if you can't do that, but whenever you can, call me. You know, 1 call a week, 1 call a month. Shit. I would rather that than us texting every day. What you doing? Hey, what's up? Like, that's boring. That's so
So
boring. Unless
I
we
agree.
really getting into depth, like, how's your family doing? Or how's this situation going? Or, checking up on you, making sure your head good. Now that's different. But what you doing? WYD, leave me alone. That's what I'm doing. Like, damn, what the WYD? WYD, can we get rid of
Said, I'm gonna do my
WYD?
own thing.
She
Can we
said, "Can we get
please,
rid
in
of WY?"
2026, demolish BYD, because you really don't give a fuck. BYD is just something to send to fill the air.
Just to fill the air.
Let's demolish WYD 2026, please.
Hey, okay. All right, so let me play devil's advocate here. What would you rather somebody say to start a conversation besides WYD? Like they haven't talked to you all day or nothing like that, and they don't know what you want to. How would they start that?
Hey Telly, what's up? I'm just checking on you. Or hey Telly. Or just hey Telly could start it. Like, instead of WYD.
Right.
I wish somebody would. As the first thing when they hit me up is WYD. That number's getting deleted, and I'm not even capping. I never had nobody do that, because that's weird. But if somebody ever
Yeah, I feel
has the
like,
first message to open up in the middle of the day, 3 p.m., 5 p.m., WYD.
see,
What?
when someone hit me up with WYD, like, I know it's they want to do something like soon. Like, WYD is like, all right, let me check my schedule, because I know like this person
Yeah.
want to do something, want to need something, or like something is going to happen with this person within the next 24 hours if they
Right.
hit me up with a WYD.
That's
You
it. That's how I
right.
take it. That's how I
Something
take it.
always does
Yeah.
If somebody
follow. Somebody for to ask you want to do this?
exactly. So
You
that's
right.
that's how I took it. That's how I take it. I take it when somebody texts me, "Hey, what you doing?" Cause I just had somebody do that yesterday. Homegirl hit me with, "What you doing?" I'm like,
That's why I
"What's
would
up?"
rather the conversation
Sweet.
start, opening, hey, what's up? Or how
I
you
ain't doing nothing.
feeling?
What you want? What you want?
No,
Like,
straight
check
to
on
the
me
point.
first before you get straight to asking me some shit. Why you worried about what the fuck I'm doing? You ain't even ask me how my day doing. You just, what you doing? I'm over here fucking boo-boo crying in the bathroom on my knees. And you talking about what you doing? Now I'm looking at the phone like, fuck, just fucked up my crying session. Let me wipe my fucking eyes and think of something. Like, I'm over here watching a show, lying. Why? What's up?
I'm about to start telling
That's
people
why
the
I don't
truth.
like that shit.
I'm gonna start telling people the truth when they hit me. I'm beating my meat. What you want?
Oh,
What? What? See, when you say something like that, people don't want to text you no more. They don't want to text you no more. So you gotta train them. Like, I'm beating my
not you
meat.
trying to
What?
scare the
And you
hoes?
interrupt them.
That's
And you
crazy.
interrupted them. Because they don't ever want nothing, man. They either
Just to
want
start seeing
money,
what they gonna say. Like, oh, my bad. Oh
right,
shit.
right.
I will not interrupt you no more. That'll be the last time I hit you up with
Me and
what you
Jill was
doing.
chilling, and you just going,
You
all
and
right,
who?
Jill.
No questions. Keep going.
No question.
No questions.
No further questions.
Yeah. Come on. None.
My time's over. So okay, so
Pretty
with that, what's going on? This goes in with Texas and stuff like that. Do we think that my glasses are interpersonal skills actually declining? Right. So like
much.
people being able to have those conversations, being able to read emotions, being able to, just simple. I think low key. I'm gonna say something crazy here. I think our generation was the last generation that was actually taught on how to actually hold a conversation. Like you were taught, oh, you say this, you don't say that. This is how you read somebody's face. This is okay. You can tell by that person's face they ain't trying to be bothered right now. Like you know what I'm saying? We learn how to read sign language stuff like that, and not sign language, but body language. But so I don't think kids nowadays or kids growing up nowadays know how to do that.
And you want to know
Oh,
why? Because a lot of these parents don't give a damn to tell them.
Mhm.
Like, I've noticed, like the father of my child, we are two completely different people when it comes to parenting. And that was hard because it was like, I'm trying to teach her, okay, this is what you do. Sometimes maybe I could overanalyze it, but you got to think if nobody teaches these things, they
Mm.
wouldn't know something as simple as give somebody condolences when they say somebody passed away. Because nowadays, my daughter's the type I could say I love you, and she'll just be like, okay. So I try to build them into the habit of saying I love you back. You know, if you do love that person, or if somebody give
Mhm.
you a compliment, say thank you, not just okay. Like something as simple as that could be offensive to somebody, and it's just basic mannerisms I try to teach. While on the other hand, it may be leave her alone. Like I'm trying to teach her something. What you mean leave her alone? She won't know these things unless you teach them, right? Just little basic things that somebody
100%.
else, somebody grandma gonna be like, that little girl rude. Like who raised her up?
No,
It's just the little
I'm
simple
gonna say
things,
this,
really.
as
That's how I
someone
look
who
at it.
dated somebody, that does not know how to express emotions. Please raise your kids on how to express emotions. It's the most draining shit ever trying to date somebody like that. And I can't even think of a different word. It's draining. It literally is draining. Like, bro, and then like and then like you as a lover, you're trying to express emotions. Like I'm trying to hug you, kiss you, and you gotta like get them out of. So now you feel weird. Like, am I forcing you to do this? Cause I ain't trying to force you. Cause you ain't about to say I'm doing some shit. So like, so it's
Yeah, we don't want that.
draining, bro. It's so draining. So people learn how to. So that way, whether it's a guy or a girl, they need to be able to say, "I'm not comfortable right now. I don't want to be next to you right now," or "I love you," or "I adore you." I'm
I just need some
disgusted of you.
space. It's not
So
you. Like,
whatever the fuck it is, they need to be able to express that. That is very important as a human, not just as a man or a woman, as a human. You gotta be able to, these are
Yeah, because I feel like these days I'm noticing it's becoming very normalized for people to just ghost and cut people off. And I'm the type,
too
I'm
normal.
very transparent. Like, I wouldn't want nobody, it's been done to me before. And I was chastised for going on about my day and living a new life when this person ghosted me. So it was like, what the fuck you expect me to sit around for a whole week too, wondering if you done died, if you good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
At
right.
that point, you ain't talked to me in a week or two or a month. Like, we not even fucking with each other no more because I'm actively blowing you up. I could be dead on the floor and you're not answering the phone. Like at that point, what you want me to do? Just sit around like blue beautiful, like, okay, I'll
Mhm.
just wait one more week and let them a week in real time of this person not answering you that you talk to every day, all of a sudden not answering you. It's some real ass shit. You're not going to sit around
that's a long
magically and
time.
wait for weeks for this person to come back around after y'all talk every day and now not talking at all. At this point, this person don't fuck with you. They done ghosted you, correct? And it's like this time of point, I'm noticing a lot of people saying out of their own mouths, just ghost them. Just cut them off. I don't got no problem ghosting. I don't got no problem cutting off. And it's like, would you want somebody to do that to you? Because when the shoe is on the other foot, you're like, he ghosted me. But in the back of your head, you know you done ghosted about 20 niggas and don't even blink an eye at it. And it's like it's coming back to you what you're giving out. And when I tell
Mm.
people that, like, I believe in putting out into this world what I want to receive, and what I don't, I'm not putting it out there. And people are like, "Oh, I don't believe in that." I'm like, "Okay, that's you. I'm not gonna try to convince you." Like, I know what
Keep your
I
toxic shit over
don't
there.
want. Yeah, I know what I don't want to come back to me, and I'm a firm believer in that. Like, even if I'm not actively thinking about it,
Mhm.
when I realize, I'm like, "Oh, shit, I did fuck up." Like, Imma try not to do that again. And I feel like this generation and many people in this point of time aren't thinking like that. They're not consciously thinking about how their actions have consequences, or how they can affect not just themselves or the people around them, but their future. You never know what this one little action you're doing could do to affect your future, and you might not ever know. So it's like,
Right.
think about
So
what you're
Mario,
doing.
what
Think
about
about
you?
what you're saying.
What about you, Mario? Do you think that
I
people's
totally
interpersonal skills?
100%. 100%. One is like social media. Social media is a big influence. A lot of these kids, they only communicate through social media or like via like text or not much face to face, like other than when they're in school. Like, cause kids don't really, they don't go outside and play anymore. They don't have those outside interactions like how we grew up. Kids all get together and they're just hanging out together. It's usually through a screen, through some type of platform. And also too, I'll attribute it to COVID. COVID. These kids went through COVID where
Mhm.
they couldn't have no interaction with people. So like I feel like that stunted a lot of their interpersonal skills and their interpersonal experience of like growing up and being able to interact with people. And two, like another thing, like my homie said, and to piggyback on what we were talking about, the parenting, like we're losing recipes, so to speak. Like we're losing that foundation that we grew up on, and like you were saying, like teaching your daughter this, like how to respond to people, and a lot of times and these new parents, like they just assume like these kids will pick that up or like they'll know, but you don't know what you don't know. So like you got to make sure as a parent or as someone that is teaching the youth that you're implementing these vital key things to interact in the world and interact with other people and be able to have that emotional intelligence to pick up on what someone's going through or pick up on like, hey, like they responded to me this way when I approach them this way. So maybe I don't Jill this way, but I can talk to Janet the same that way and I'll be received
Mhm.
positively. So it's just having that like interpersonal skills to be able to read people and that emotional talent, which is lacking a lot nowadays in the youth. Like they see like on social media a lot of people blowing up and going viral and off of just being straight rude. Just being rude. The
Yeah,
rudeness
facts.
is what sells right now. But like kids follow that formula and it gets integrated into their whole daily life and their whole daily personality where like they don't have to care about how this person's gonna react just based on like how they feel and whatever their opinion is, that's the only one that matters.
True, true. A lot of self-centeredness. And I love how you said that. I think that there's a whole lot of self-centeredness going on. So let me see here, 'cause I don't think this is really a question that was on this, but yeah, I'm not. I don't like that one. So I'm bring it in this direction. Do you think? Where do y'all think this started? Right? 'Cause some people say a lot of this self isolationism started in COVID. I'm a big advocate in saying it started before. I think it started. I think isolationism really started before COVID, but COVID just amplified it. It just turned it to 10, right? But I think it was starting probably in like early 15, 2014, 2015. You could tell from the type of music that was starting to come out. People were shifting away from, no, don't try to figure this person out. Trust yourself. All you need is yourself. Believe in yourself. You know, fuck hoes, get money. Fuck that nigga. He don't like. There's so much music and so much media that's all
It ain't
divisive.
nothing that cut that bitch off.
It ain't nothing
Hey,
cut that
yo.
bitch off. Like there's so much. There's so much stuff that just bro. Everybody is taught. Oh, you bro, you a king. You don't need her. you a queen, you don't need him. Like, bro, there's so much stuff that just it's about separating the community, right? And so now it's been over 10 years of this. What I believe it started 2015. I think 2014, 2015, and now in my head, 10 years of just you don't need this, you don't need. And now people are internalizing that, and not only they internalize it, they teaching their kids that. It's now you got kids saying, "I don't need this, I don't need that." It's becoming very toxic, very, very, very quick in 10 years, in my opinion. But what y'all think? When do y'all think this started?
I kind of agree. I kind of agree in a sense. I guess I didn't really feel it as much like in that time frame that you were talking about in that early like because I was in college during that time. So like I was around people a lot interacting with like all different people from different walks of life. A lot. So it was a little different. But I feel like if you were in high school around that time and like younger or like even maybe a little bit older, um, definitely like people were starting to self isolate. But COVID 100%, I would say is the attrition to the self isolation just because people got comfortable being by themselves and doing their own thing for so long that like some people are still stuck in those ways or like some of the effects of that isolation are still with us today. I mean, I can definitely attest to it. Myself is like self isolate a lot just because I'm more comfortable just chilling, doing my own thing and like going out. It's just so many other risk and factors and just possible negative outcomes rather than I'd rather just be in my house, comfortable alone, me and my pup. I'll be on the game if I want to interact with someone or interact with people, I'll go live. But other than that, like I'm fine being in the house. Like I don't need to see anyone. I'm fine doing my own thing, which is like it's a double-edged sword. Like it's good to have that comfortableness with yourself, but also you can't be so comfortable with being alone that like you start to lose those relationships and that interaction with others. Like I've gone months without like talking to like very close friends and like they'll hit me up like, hey, like I know I didn't talk to you a while, like everything cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm smooth. It's just I've just been in my
Just
own way,
chilling.
my
Yeah,
own
just
zone, you know? Focus on day to day. Focus on getting through the next day, you know?
focus on getting through the next day. I'm gonna put a pin there. I'm gonna let Telly say something, but I want to talk about that one. Focus on getting through the next day. Telly, what you got to say about it? Do you think this? When do you think this all started? This isolation.
Um, this is a horrible question for me because I'm with Rio. I grew up a homebody to the heart. And my parents sheltered the fuck out of me. If you look up
Okay,
sheltered in the
okay, okay.
definition, I'm right next to it. It was to the point my daddy a few years ago actually admitted it to me and apologized. But now it's at a point like I couldn't go nowhere. Couldn't go to no games, couldn't go out to no movies with no friends. They wouldn't try to hear none of that shit. I didn't start being able to like go out to like actual like dances and events and shit until I was like a senior in high
Anything
school, like
else?
dead ass. So
Sheesh.
I did not ever really get to live that social hangout in the world type life. So to this day, I don't really care to. When people be like, let's go outside, I'll be like, okay. But most of the time, deep down in my heart, I'm like, fuck, I just want to be in the house. Like, cause it's embedded in me. Like, I can't help it. Like,
Reading a
I
good
like
book right
going
now.
out. Yeah, I like going out, but I love my own company. Like, more than anything in this world, and it's like nothing can go wrong when I'm in my own company, you know? And it's a bad thing, like he said, it's a double-edged sword because it's like, yes, I stream and people think I'm this huge socialite, but in reality, I like to be by myself
In reality,
99% of the
don't
time,
touch me.
like
Get away.
no, you could touch me. I'm a lover girl. I like to touch. I like to cuddle. I like to laugh and have fun. All of that. I'm the life of the party. I like to have a good time. But I like to do it sometimes by myself too. So it's like I can have
Mm.
either or. It's the best of both worlds. But the bad thing about it is I grew so accustomed being alone that I can't never say I ever reached out to anybody and made plans first, which is a bad thing. Anytime I go out anywhere, somebody else invited me. like
Yeah.
literally dang near my entire life. You want to go to this restaurant? You want to go out to eat? You want to go to the club? You want to do this? You want to do that? It was never, hey, I want to go somewhere. And one day I would like to get to that point to see what it's like, but I can't say I ever cared to be in that
Right.
like stance. And I don't know if that's an unhealthy thing or a problem because
I
it's
don't
not
know. I
the
wouldn't say it's a
norm.
problem.
It's not the norm at all. You don't hear that from many people.
I wouldn't say it's a problem. Okay, well, I guess I'll be the one I'm not optimistic, but the outgoing person to talk on this. Because yeah, for me personally, I was always outgoing. Mario grew up, he can attest to this. I'm the one I always, hey, what's up? What's up? You know? How many times I come knock your door, Mario, and early in the fucking morning on a Saturday, hey, you trying to go outside? Mario like, God damn, man.
Or
That's me. Like, what the fuck?
now that's what the cat back because as a kid I
No, no,
was
no.
always down to go
No,
outside.
he was always we went outside a lot, bro. And like Mario had a big ass football field next to the house. I'll go over the time, bro. Like, bro, I admit, and I want to get to the point to where like Mario, you brought up something here about kids not having to like not knowing how to connect and not having those moments together besides social media. Like, I know the first thing I thought of when you said that, the green box, the green
hmm
box, bro. First of all, kids nowadays, you watch this episode, they probably like, what the fuck is the green box? The green box, a big ass green box. And everybody in the neighborhood, whenever you want to meet up, you knew they would meet up at the green box.
hmm
Before we decide, we don't know what we're gonna do. We don't know if we're gonna play
Luckily,
basketball,
I,
football, run around. All we know is we meet at the green
I'm
box. We'll
ashamed to
figure out
say
what
I
we're
don't know
gonna
what
do.
the hell the green box is.
I had a green box right in my front yard. I had the meetup
Yeah.
spot.
so, but
Oh, you
so
talking
if
about yeah, I know what
The
you're
the big
electricity box
the big
that we
electricity
had no
box,
business being on.
no
It's
business,
probably not
none.
safe to be on.
talking about.
But that was a meetup spot with the
No
green
clue.
box. But yeah, so yeah, but nowadays kids don't do that, man. They ain't no meet up at the green box, man. It's just funny, bro. But like, man, but yeah. So,
Yeah,
so I think about stuff like that, and
the
it's just
roadblocks
crazy.
they meet up at.
And then that was the roadblock.
Please, please, let's meet up
Oh,
at it. It's
what's
like,
up, Nails? What's
dang,
up, Nails?
yeah, I used to be outside. Don't get me wrong. That's what got me in trouble, being outside. But as for going out places, no, I love to be outside though. That's a whole different thing compared to
When going
now.
places, I was
I
the
don't care
same
to be
way. Like,
outside.
bro, I used to be at all the football games, all the basketball games. And I'm saying this as a setup. I'm saying this as a setup. Yeah, I went to football, basketball, baseball games. Let me tell you, baseball is so boring to watch. I hate watching baseball. But baseball be having the funnest people at the games. Like if you ever been to a baseball game, especially like a pro baseball game, the way people be drinking, they be talk, the type of people that go to baseball games is lit. Actually, watching the game itself is boring, but the environment is lit, right?
I found that out as well with hockey. Hockey
Oh yeah,
games
That's
are
crazy.
hockey is
are
it's
those games now. That is a fun game to watch live. Like I've
yes.
never been a hockey person or had any really interest in hockey until like I went to like my first. It's not like the pro level, but whatever level is like below.
Mhm.
Because Cleveland has a team, and I went to that game. Granted, I was a little lit, but like it was such a fun time, and like the environment, the people around were just all like loving and just hype and just welcome open people to new people too. Like I was sitting there like cheering. I was just cheering for my team. I had never watched the game before, don't know none of the players, don't even really know the rules. I know some of the rules from playing the video games, but like I'm just yelling and everything. When the lady in front of me, she's like, "You need to come to every game." Like I like sitting next to you.
For
Just that
real.
energy.
It's just the energy, right? And that brings me to the point I wanted to bring up. It's just the energy when you have them. So for me personally, when I started to get to college, right, and when I got out of Kent, well, not even before that college. When I left Kent, let me just put that when I left Kent and I moved to Arizona and I went to all these different places, I started to feel okay. When you don't have that community, it's different because it's like, oh, I can't just say that. Oh, okay. I can't just do that. Oh, so there's certain rules So I just can't come over and just knock on your door and you be cool with it? Oh, that's kind of weird. All right. Yeah, so you learn different stuff, right? And then like even still, because like I said in Kent, man, we just you know how many times somebody came over my house, knocked on the door, they knocked on the door, be respectful, but I say not, they
Mhm.
just come in because that's how we was in Kent. You just man, hey, Mario, Rasan came to my house so many times, and all I got on was some underwear.
Oh,
He's like, hey, what up, Stu? And I'm like, bro, because everybody in the town was a family, bro. Rasan would come in, I'm just like. Yeah, Sam upstairs. He's like, I know, because he ain't never dressed on time. Like it was just like stuff like that, right? But
that's crazy.
but that's how everybody in Kent was. Like we always just like you knock on the door and stuff. I come and I say, hey, Miss Erica, and I go straight to Mario's room. Just straight, because you know the boundaries, you know the respect. So even though it was like tight like that, you know the respect. But once COVID happened, or I should say a little bit before that, I feel like what in my head, what I feel like what started was people started to realize how being close to people that you don't know is dangerous, right? Especially when you don't know if they wash their hands. You don't know if they did this. Now you got all these people doing cooking videos and they ain't washing the meat. Like you like, well, all
I
the
feel
stuff
like
that you what you say?
also that was in the era like the beginning of cancel culture too. Like
Okay.
that like that
Yep.
time frame was cancel culture and the Me Too movements and stuff like that. So like just
The
as
feminist movement, all that.
males in that time frame is like when we started to feel vulnerable to more situations and like based on how we grew up and the things that we would do. Like I look back at some stuff like I would do and I'm like, ooh, like like nowadays that wouldn't fly. That would
Now
not
you don't
fly
love
at
it?
all. Like
Yeah.
that was a little wild. You a little wild there for that one. But like that was just the time frame and the era. And like I feel like the cancel culture is what started to make that shift of people
Mhm.
not being as open and like um just can't find the word for it, but just doing that's just where you seen the cultural change of the
Mhm.
interpersonal relationships and like the way people moved around the world.
For sure. For sure. And I'm glad you brought that up, cancel culture and all that stuff, because it's like, man, I think that brought fear into people. So of course you got COVID, you got cancel culture, you got in the shit being a man, the feminist movement. You have so many different things to where people are now afraid to say or do anything. So now they're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay in my own little bubble. If I stay in my own bubble, I can't affect the whole ecosystem, right? Which like we said, double said, good and bad, because now it's just like because everyone's in their own bubble, who do I reach out to when I need somebody? Because
Yeah.
everybody's in their own bubble, who can I call upon? Because one thing about community, there's always gonna be you're gonna have toxic stuff. Telly, you brought up how like your grandparents stayed with each other a long ass time, even through our toxicness, and then they taught you how to be through everything toxicness, and that is bad, right? So instead of trying to fix the situation, people are just teaching just leave the situation. Instead of just trying to let's heal through this, let's talk about this, let's communicate on how we can still have community, but make it a healthy community. That is like, fuck the community. I'm just gonna leave every fucking thing. Okay. Well, that's not good either. Because now we have a whole set of new toxic things, which is like, I'm not gonna talk to nobody. I'm not gonna, so now when I need somebody, who gonna now I gotta do with that myself. When back in the day, if you had to deal with something, I could go, tomorrow. Hey, bro, my mama tripping, bro. My mama tripping.
Like,
Can I just
yeah, I
hang
know
out for a
my
little
mama
bit?
too.
And even though it's like we had those moments, man, but you can't do that now. Now you can't. You don't have
Nope,
those
everybody be
moments.
trying to expose people as soon as they don't like something they do. Go straight to social
Mhm,
media,
Exactly.
tell all they fucking business. Yeah, that's why your mama this, that, she fucking
mhm.
our daddy this, that. God, just because she said she couldn't come over today? Damn, y'all could have talked that out.
You
There's
know?
there's so
Not the whole
people
internet,
be
no.
so
And then they
quick.
be on the internet crying like, oh, I ain't mean it. Let's make up. Stop running to the
Like the damage is
internet.
done.
Stop
Damn is
running to
done,
the
man.
internet, please, with all your business and your drama. Like, they not gonna fix it. They just there to have a listening ear like a TV show and get on about their day. That's it. Nobody's there to actually say, oh, Wow. Billy did that to you? Well, let me be your friend instead. Like, what do people be expecting out of that when they do that? I always wonder. I don't know. I don't know.
Ooh, my voice. I'm some water. Shit.
Dehydrated. Somebody redeem.
I don't have
I
no
missed my
water next to me.
redemption today.
I have wine, so I don't got no more water, but I'm gonna go make sure I
Wine?
get that. Yeah. I've
Wine
Well,
on
had
the
Jesus
I've had
Sunday.
this I've had
it
this same
turn, you
bottle
know,
at my
wine
desk
into
since
water, so maybe he could turn, you know.
I've had the same bottle at my desk since January, since New Year's. It's the same
That's
ball since
crazy.
New Year's. I don't drink.
Stu not a drinker.
Golly.
I don't drink.
I see.
That bottle will be here and gone in the same day. It was
That's
sitting on my
crazy.
desk.
Crazy.
So no, for sure though. So the next question I have: do you think that cell phones or just social media, any of that, is bringing us closer to people, or is it just protecting us from them? Like because like I think when I put it this way, when internet started to become a big thing, social media started to become a big thing. What did they teach us when it came to bullying? Right? Because cyberbullying was big for a while, but now it's not. Because what they always teach us: just close the fucking app.
Yeah.
Just block
Exactly.
the person.
Ignore it.
Yeah.
Right? Just block the
The
person.
hell?
But nowadays, it's like people have taken that and internalized it too much. So do you think having that accessibility to just shut somebody off whenever you want to is bringing us closer or away from people?
Hold on a second. My mother is calling me.
You join too. And I'm like, what do you think, Martin?
I think with social media and the cell phones and everything, people are more attainable. But I think a lot of the interactions we have there are very surface level. They don't go very deep. People aren't asking the deeper questions anymore. It's a lot of WID and how you how you doing? How was your day? But it's not like what's going on with you, Stu? Like what you got anything you want to get off your chest or anything that's been on your mind that's been concerning you? Like we don't ask those questions nowadays. Two, I think people are sometimes afraid to ask those questions because one, they may not even have the answers to help you in that situation, or they're just like, I'm not in the mental capacity to take on another person's like trauma or drama or whatever they got going on. So we keep things surface level to keep one, protect ourselves, and two, um, just protect our peace. And it's very just surface level.
Hey man, Jay, man. This man, Jay, he said WID me all day. That shows you got me on your mind, bro. I guess, yeah, sure. And no, but I do agree with you though. I definitely do agree with you. Like, I think that because of where we are in society nowadays, it has become very just surface level. Everything is surface level. Everything is just, like Tully said, WID. You don't give a fuck. You don't care. You don't care. You just saying that because you bored. You don't got no else to text. Cause man, like, and so you didn't you. So you just trying to text everybody WID to see who gonna respond first to get you whatever you want, whatever. So I get that. I get that. So because there's not a lot of people to where they hit you up and they say things like, "Hey, I had you on my mind today. What's going on? How you feeling? You good? You good? You good?" There's not a lot of people. Probably because, like you said, some people don't know how to entertain that. Some people don't know how to deal with. What if I
All
do
right, my
hit you
bad,
with a
y'all.
damn, bro? Like, what if I do hit you with the man? Look, my mom passed away, my dog died, and so because that is some heavy stuff. So people don't know how to deal with that, right? I don't know. Me personally, I've always kind of known what to do with that a little bit. I'm not the best at it, but I've always been that type of person. People have hit me with heavy stuff, so I mean, not everybody can do that. L. Shrimmer cancel him. Ignore me for the last 77 chats. I ain't might ignore you. I just said what you typed.
Mind you, I looked up and that's the
Mellow.
first thing I see. I'm like, hold on, what's going on? I didn't know he was joking or if he was really talking about you. I didn't know
Nah,
if it was part of
Hey,
the
they going
question.
crazy on the purple app over here. YouTube, they going crazy
crazy.
on the purple app.
Feel me? So
Lord.
where my baby panda at, man? Hey, you feel me? So, but yeah, no, definitely, there's not a lot of interpersonal. For instance, for a perfect example, I know Jay. We've had deep personal conversations, so I know that he's trolling right now. But if I did not have that connection with him, just looking at these messages, I'm gonna be like, damn, what the fuck wrong with you, bro? Why you like that? And then I'm gonna block them or whatever. And then people
Please.
because there's no connection there, right? And
Mhm.
so I think that goes back to like, we gotta have connections nowadays. Now the whole point of this whole podcast, the whole series, this whole month is community and connection. We have to have connection. Bring back connections. Now, what is that going to entail? What is that going to bring? Yeah, some people when you bring a connection to somebody, that means you got to deal with the good and bad of that person. We know.
Mhm.
We know. We know. That's everybody has good, everybody has bad. You know what I'm saying? What do you have when you bring Stu along? Somebody who'll make you laugh, but somebody who also you could talk to when you need somebody. Somebody who say inappropriate shit, but also you could talk about your inappropriate shit. That's what you give a Stu. That's what you give a Stu. You know, that's what you give a Stu. But
Flip
but
it,
so
Chuck.
everybody, hey, you know
Ooh,
what I'm saying? But
Lord.
no, so you gotta know who you're bringing on, and then once you know the
Oh,
whole of the person, I
boy.
said this last week, but like once you know the whole of the person, you then can decide, okay, I don't want that person in my life, because too many times people cut people off and they don't know shit about them. That person said one thing and they said, no, I'm not talking
Yes.
to you ever again. Like no, like what if that person said that and they're having a bad day? What if they, you know what I'm saying? Like they could have had a bad day, and now you done wrote them off, and that person could have been the person to save your life 5 years from now. And now you don't, you know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know. All because you had one bad. No, give people chances. That's what community is for. Let's talk things through. Because goddamn, we don't talk things through no more. What if people don't talk through emotions? People don't talk through stuff no more. Like what? So yeah, our grandparents. I think our grandparents had that made. They would talk through shit, or just not. I don't know. At least my grandparents did. Because tell you talking about how your grandparents
Yeah.
had some stuff. I
I
found
said
out
my parents, not my
parents. I'm sorry.
grandparents.
I'm sorry. That's the second time I just said that, and she just let me just ride with the first time.
I didn't realize that's what you said. I thought I was tripping, but now I
Uh,
know that that's for sure what
yeah,
you said.
yeah. Your parents. Okay, my bad. So thank you
Yes.
for the correction, your parents. Well, for me, it's my grandparents, right? Well, actually, great. And and they had some stuff which kind of funny. Nobody in the family knew that my grandmother cheated on my grandfather. Nobody knew that.
See what I said? That go back to them family secrets, I said.
Right, right. But here's the thing: the reason why nobody knew that is because they was always in love with each other. It was at least from what we saw, right? The only people who knew were the kids in the house that actually grew up through the situation. Anybody else did not know. My mama didn't know. My
Dang.
grandmother didn't know. No one knew. If you weren't in that house until she died, we only found out when my grandmother died, and that's because the uncles and aunties were having a debate and got mad, and then it just blurted out, and everybody was like, "Huh?" And so, I say that to say they was able to talk through and work through it to the point to where they had 70 plus years of great marriage and work through it. Nowadays, one argument like that, the whole thing's gone. The whole thing's gone, blown up. It's blown up. So I think people need to be willing to have those tough conversations that we don't have nowadays. We don't have tough conversations no more. People would rather just cuss them out for eternity than have a tough conversation. Now I will say it's a two-way street though.
Yeah.
Both people we gotta be willing to have that. First impressions are huge. They are. Their first impressions are huge, but we gotta learn how to keep that. So, um, going on to the next question. Do you think online communities can be just as meaningful as in-person communities?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I think we all
Community
kind
is
of biased.
community.
I think we
And
all
I feel
biased.
like I feel like what can make those communities online just as those offline is such as how that community has the con. Like they take that time once a year to meet up. So it's not just okay, we always online no matter what and just doing our own thing.
Mhm,
They take that time to put together for those who can and want to meet and spend time together. And that's what really brings that online community together. But even if community can't do that, it's still good to have online community where you're present, checking on each other, spending time with
mhm,
each other, just showing up for each other because some people can't maneuver around in the real world and get around places. Some people are more remote because they don't have a choice. It could be anything, health issues, you never know. So online community is good for those in this world who really can't get out into the world and build those like relationships and real communities in the outside world. So yeah, I feel like they could be. It depends on the community though. Not all online
Yeah, for
communities are
sure.
good for you, and not all
Hmm.
offline communities are good for you. So it's all a
Mhm.
matter of what you feel like your preference is. Really, you gotta judge that yourself once you find that community.
For sure. Amari, what you think? Online, do you think one's more important than the other, or do you think they're about equal? What you think?
I think making the community in person eventually, making, like Telly was saying, making that interaction not just via like a screen is important to, like, I feel
Mhm.
like deepening that relationship and deepening that community. But I do think both can hold the same weight. Both can definitely hold the same weight because I've built some relationships through this app, that, like, I consider the people like some solid people. And I know, like, if I'm in a bind or they're in a bind, like, we'll look out for each other as long as we got it, or I can, like, reach out to this person if I'm going through some things, just get off my chest, and vice versa. I've had people that I've met through this app that, like, hey man, like, I need to talk to you. Like, I'm dealing with this and that, and, like, I'll be a listening ear for them and, like, give them some words of wisdom or advice, or, like, if they need a couple dollars here and there, and if I got it, I help you out. I got you, man. Like, no problem. And it's been reciprocated in that way. But definitely, like, making a person in person is just totally different when it's just via online. And, like, that happened within the first year of me doing this streaming stuff. I met up with Jay and Kat. Met up with Jay and Kat in person. And that was a dope interaction. We had a fun night. Did some karaoke. It was a good night. It was a real good night. And, like, it just opened up the possibilities of like where you could reach people. Like, I have people on this app that I talk to in Canada, and people from the UK that I've met, and just all across the country in different places that I've never been personally myself. But I feel like I get a little piece of their culture still just through this app, and, like, their perspective that I wouldn't get, that you just can't get in person all the
Mhm.
time unless you go to that place physically. And the economy we in is not always that attainable for
I can't go down the street, let alone another state or another country.
everyone.
Tell you.
Man, these funds right now is not funding. These funds ain't fun. These funds is not fun. Let me
And I
tell you.
like to add that on there too. Like since COVID, the church I've been going to like the past 10 years, it's crazy how life works out. Cause like we went to church in person and then I
Mhm.
went through life events that made it to where I couldn't go no more because it was like 30 minutes away from me when before it was like 10 minutes away. And then when COVID hit, it was kind of a blessing in disguise because then they started doing it on Zoom. And it's like, good, I get to still spend time, with my same church community because it's hard going out there and just going to church and it's like, yeah, I'm just not feeling this. I'm not one to go scanning for churches. Like every church I've been a part of from my family or whatever has been, the home for me. And it's always felt right. So for them to have switched it over to online to this day, it's been nothing but love for me because that's my family. Like when I'm down and out, they're there for me. Because
Mhm.
some people automatically hear, "Oh, you go to church online, you're not going to real church." And I wish people would get that out their brain. Like
Get that out your head.
church is not the
That's wild.
building, please. Church is the community, the foundation, the people. Because we meet up, we go out for birthdays, we go out for dinners, breakfast. We not just online all the time. So it's like you can't just say, you doing this online, man, you need to go outside. Who said I wasn't? Who said I wasn't? Just because
Because
we
let me tell
online
you,
at
a
church.
church sermon can be just as powerful if it hit.
Yes. What was that?
Was that me?
That
I don't
sounded
know.
like a car. What was that? That was
Might have
one of
been
y'all
me.
because I heard it
It might
too.
have been me. It might have
He
been.
got some good
I got a
headphones
window next to me.
It sounded
because
like
he
a
didn't
car
hear
pulling
it.
up.
So he didn't hear it. So he got some good headphones. We both was
Both of
Yeah.
like,
our eyes was
what?
like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
it's
It
probably
sounded
me
so
then.
close. That's
Listen, these
crazy
bad
you would
boys
hear
noise
that.
canceling.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I
I'll
yeah,
have
have
a
an
lot
just
of
alarm
those.
going, like, people that's watched my streams and been in my streams, I'll have a random alarm going off. And people like, yeah, whose alarm is that? I'm like, what are you talking about? And there's literally phone sitting right here. right here.
That's
Don't hear it at all.
crazy. Oh my
Like if
That's
someone
gosh.
wanted to
it.
come in and murder me while I got these headphones on,
Yeah, I don't
it's
think
like
that's a good thing.
the scene in the haunted house
Yeah,
where
you ain't
Marlon
about
just
to. You
doing
don't
his
got
thing.
no. You don't got no chance, brother. You have
No,
no
no
chance.
chance. No
She
chance.
just in
You're
the
not hearing
background
nothing.
going crazy. Like,
They over here breaking glasses and stuff, tripping over couches. You don't hear none of that.
Yeah.
Like you
Nah.
don't hear none of that.
That's why I got
Oh
this
man.
view though. I
please.
got this view I can see behind me.
Man, could you imagine seeing some crazy shit behind you? You can't hear it. You like, what the hell? You just seeing it. You can't even react sometimes because you like, what
Yeah,
the
I ain't
fuck?
got no line of defense either. That shoot. I got my kunai. They run up. Get
Ooh,
this
good luck with
shine
that.
gun.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh man, so let's talk about what is we need to get because we need. I think we all agree. At least I think this is how I feel that we need to get back to community, right? Isolation was cool. It was cool. I got you need to be separated from some certain people, but I think we all agree we're not really. I don't know how you got. Let me speak for me. I agree that community needs to be back where it used to be. Okay, some people, tell you say you wasn't really big, and you like, okay, you can do bad all by yourself. Okay, cool.
Nah, it
But
ain't
the
like
same way you feel with church, though, the same way you feel with church, like that sense of community needs to be a thing, and I think community as a whole needs to be a thing like it used to be. Okay, like it makes raising kids better. It makes having
that.
low points in your life better. Like there's a lot of positives to go with the negatives that can ultimately gonna come with it as well. So I said that to say, what do y'all think needs to happen? What shift culturally needs to happen to bring community, the sense of community, back into the world?
I feel like people need to get the hell out of the mindset of, like, for instance, me. Even though I've always been able to be to myself, I never had that mindset of, oh, I don't need nobody. It's always been good to know, okay, you never know what kind of bind you might be in. You might need somebody to reach out to, you know? It takes a village, not just to take care of kids, but to take care of yourself sometimes too.
Mm-hmm,
When you
Hmm.
mentally
mm-hmm.
down and out, like my uncle, he'll go through withdrawals, he has diabetes, he'll have mental, like, times where he's just not answering the phone. So having people be able to come to the house, have the key, and check up on him is vital. Like, that right there, because he's by himself. He don't have a relationship, he doesn't have, family that he depends on a daily basis, so when it comes down to it, we know he ain't picking up that phone, somebody got the key to go pull up
Right.
and check and make sure, because 'cause there's been a time when he's been passed out on the floor in his bathroom, and luckily somebody came in the house and found him. So
That's a
you never
blessing.
know nowadays. We just need people sometimes to be there for each other, check up on each other, not saying baby each other, coddle each other, be up under each other every day. Just keep that person in thought. Okay, I haven't heard from so and so as I usually do. Let me just check and make sure they good. You just need that basic foundation of community just to have that sense that you're not alone with what you're going through, because we shouldn't be going through anything alone. So I feel like we need to start with getting out that mindset of, I don't need nobody. I got it all by myself. Even if you do got it all by yourself, taking care of life on your own. You never know. Any day, anything can happen, God forbid, where everything is taken away from you and you are just sitting there like, damn, I thought I had it all by myself. Who can I reach out to now? You
Hmm.
looking at your
Mm-hmm,
phone and you like, I haven't talked to none of these people in 10 years. Who are these people?
Hmm.
You don't
mm-hmm.
got nobody to reach out to. So it's
And
good
just
to
because
just
you can do it
always
all,
keep
all
your
alone,
hands in people in community. That's it. Like, get out
exactly.
that mindset, please.
And just because you can do it alone, why should you? Why should you have to
Exactly.
bear that cross alone? Because, and I said a cross of life, right? Because life, let me tell you, that life will beat your ass. So why? You know what I'm saying? Life is gonna throw some haymakers at you. Life is
Woo, that bitch
gonna
strong
Muhammad Ali.
too.
What?
You think you
So,
500 pounds? That bitch 600. They put
man,
all this
what?
weight on you
Hey,
like, bitch. I
Sapphire,
said,
how you
wait
doing?
on.
So why should so we all need these people in our
Man.
corners. It's because sometimes like you don't want to I've been watching a lot of just stuff this on Netflix stuff lately. And I remember watching this scene where it was a girly movie. I don't know how I ended up watching a girly movie, whatever. But one thing I do love about girly movies is they almost in every girly movie ever created, there's always a scene where the girls are like on a couch or something and they just start crying. I don't know why. I have no idea why. There's always a scene like that. There's always a scene. And then they hold each other and they crying. Girl, I understand. And I'm just like, what the fuck? But now I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, yo, you know what's crazy? That's some real that we need that. As a human, you had that one or two people to where it's like, I don't need you to solve my issues. I'm not telling you to solve my problem. Can I just be weak in your presence for a moment? Just for a little bit. Like 10
Mhm.
minutes? Let me just be weak with you for a little bit. And you ain't gonna go snitch and tell the world about it. Let me be weak in front of you just for a little bit. Oh,
Where that
my take
water
some
at?
good wine.
You sounding like me.
Life said, hey, you ain't drink your
All right.
water today.
Life says, shut your bitch ass up, telling all the business. Stop telling them the secrets, man.
Whoo, let me
Trying to
tell you.
shut
Okay.
you up.
Man, what exactly. So no, so for real, like we need to just everybody needs that person to go to just cry on no matter who it's for, you know.
Uh-huh.
Uh Ills, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's in Discord calls, once again I'm gonna take this to say if y'all want to make sure I join the community, you can always join Stuville. Click the link up above, which hold on, did he just take my pen away? This oh man. Y'all can always join the Discord, man. Join the Discord, and whether I have a mental space chat in the Discord, so it don't matter what it is. If you want to just say, "Hey, Stu, I'm having a rough fucking day. I ain't doing my boss tripping," that's fine because everybody needs that. I feel like everybody needs to feel validated in their feelings, and with this isolationist culture we got going on, nobody validates people no more. Everybody stop being a bitch about it, man. You good? At least you ain't going through this. How about I just feel validated for a moment? Like, dang,
Yeah, and that goes back to us being selfish. Like, it's not
Mhm.
always, you got to get out that mindset that it's not always about you. We are all in this world interconnected, whether you choose to be or not. Like, I feel like if you're friends with somebody or connected to somebody, sometimes helping them in their time of need, even while you're down, it just might bring you up. You never know. Like,
Mhm, mhm,
sometimes we got to get out of our own head because I've been there before where it's like, what the fuck you telling me about your dead dog and you don't even know, like, my car just got stolen, like, but then you
Mhm.
get out your mindset, like, they might not have nobody else to reach out to. I might be the only one in this moment, like, that they feel like they could talk to, but who am I to turn them down? And I wouldn't want that to be me, like, that shit hurts when somebody show you they don't give a fuck. Like, no type of empathy at all when you are in a dark time and you're sharing this. It's very vulnerable to share how you feeling or what you going
mhm,
through, and it's like, it's kinda messed up to just disregard somebody just because you're going through something, and it's hard. It's easier said than done because when you're in that moment, your head really might be fucked up, and you don't wanna hear that shit, but when it comes down to it, you just gotta take a moment and think, like, "Damn, it's like a mirror, like, we both going through some shit right now. Who am I to tell you, like, something to hurt you in this moment because I'm hurt?" Like, we don't have to hurt each other just because we hurt, you know? Just be there for each other. It's okay sometimes to feel like you alone in your stuff, and who knows, you could tell them afterwards, "Yeah, I'm so sorry you dealing with that. I got this going on too, so I already know it's tough right now." Like, you don't gotta be rude about it, like, to share you're
mhm,
going through something as well, y'all could lean on each other, and it takes a point of learning. Some people don't know this, some people don't have that basic knowledge of empathy, so it takes a point of learning. It's okay, like, to be selfish, but be there for people at the same time. Yes, acknowledge their hurt. Show you care. Show them they're not alone, and just be open with sharing how you feel too instead of keeping it to yourself. Some people like to keep stuff to themselves, and I used to be said people, but I'm learning it's okay to lean on people. It's okay to share stuff. You don't have to expect people to fix it. Cause sometimes I do be in the headset like, oh, what the fuck they gonna do for me? Telling them ain't gonna do shit, but sometimes just letting it off your chest can
yep,
really like let that energy out of your body. You'll be surprised after you let something off your chest. You'd be like, damn, that felt good. Sometimes not always
mhm,
about fixing it. It's just trying to get past that moment, that point where you're feeling down. And that's all it's really about when it comes to showing empathy. Just show a little bit of ounce of care. It could take you a long way. literally.
Long
And
way.
next thing, I had
Yeah.
so many people say, "You don't know how much you helped me," and all I did was sit there and listen to them. I ain't say
That's
shit.
all they
Mhm.
needed. That's all they
I
needed.
ain't say shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all people need, literally.
I
That's
I
all it
think
takes.
piggyback off of that one, some like she said, sometimes we that's all we do need is a listen there, but not everyone not everyone knows that or knows how to do that. Some people, they don't know how to just listen and just take in what you're doing. A lot of times too, and I've been at fault at times of like wanting to help fix the problem or like get my 2 cents on it when people just want a listening ear. They don't want a solution. They just want it to be clear in the air and like you said, get it off the chest. So like they're not holding on to that. And also too, you gotta make sure you also are finding the right people to be give that vulnerability to because not everyone is as empathetic or can listen to those problems and just be present with you and actually you feel received. And some people too, like depending on who you're talking to about this, like not everyone needs to know everything. Like, because some people can weaponize it against you,
Mm.
which
Mhm.
you need to be able to distinguish. I would say like I have a solid 2 to 3 people like that. Like I know I can tell them everything that's going on with me, and like I won't feel judged or I'll feel that love and that openness, and I can just be vulnerable with them and get things off my chest, and like they're understanding, and they know me. So but it's also you got to build that bond and that connection, that relationship with that person first before you get to that.
Mhm. Mhm. Very important. Very
Absolutely.
important. Because let me tell you that. Let me tell you about a type of hurt that hurts when you tell somebody something and you think they ain't never gonna use it against you, and then they use it against you. That hurt is something different. Like I trusted you. No, that hurts. That cuts. And that's type of stuff to make you say, "Yeah, I'm not. I will never fuck with you again." Because that's
Mhm.
disrespecting yourself. But that goes with like we're talking about basically the entire podcast, learning and knowing and growing each other how to deal with other humans and how to spot the good and bad in humans and who to avoid, who not to avoid. I think that all comes with having a community because especially when you're raising kids, when you just going through stuff in life, you don't know. I think a lot of times people are in bad situations nowadays because they were just isolated their entire life, and so they didn't really have lessons growing up. Of you should probably avoid that type of person, not that person, but that type of person. And so because they were never exposed to it, they walk right into it, and just, oh, and then boom, they hit their head on that, and now they just So I say all this to say we got to bring community back for sure. Bring community back. Everybody needs to be sympathetic and empathetic to people, and just learn to. You are not the star of the show all the time. You are the star of your show some of the time, because even still in your story, God should always be the star in your story first. So, and that's it, even in your own story, God's first. So learn to humble yourself. I mean, what can you say? Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. You gotta learn to be humble. It's not always about you. You gotta learn how to be humble, man. So,
Yeah.
last question, man. What would a healthy connecting society look like? In y'all opinion, what would that look like?
Uh,
That's crazy. We gotta think about that.
I mean, I have the answer. I thought Rio was about to say
Oh, okay,
something.
okay.
Yeah, no. Go ahead, Telly.
I
That
know.
one.
We need more grace. Not
Word.
disregarding what's wrong, but just grace, more understanding, less judgment. And a lot of the times when I tell people that, they be like, nah, we need more judgment. We need less grace. And I'm like,
Because I don't think people know what grace truly is.
I don't think so.
I don't think because grace really is, oh, I know you fucked up. I understand you fucked up. I'm mad that you fucked up, but I'm gonna still love you through that. I'm gonna
Mhm.
still walk you through. I'm still gonna be positive through that. I'm not stupid. I'm not acting like it didn't happen, but I'm gonna forgive you through that. And that's why I think it's hard for people to just say, "Oh no, I'm just mad about it," because grace is
Yeah.
that hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do.
I
To
feel
to
like
sit there,
it's because people feel like once somebody did something, it's like, okay, now if I'm going forward with it and allowing them to still be my friend or still be in this community or whatever, we're just taking that disrespect or we not standing on business. Everybody want to stand on
Mm-hmm.
oh,
business today,
stand
like
up.
how the motherfucking Sailor Man, and it's like, what? Like
Ain't got to
for
be so
those who
black and
believe in
white.
the Lord and stand on the Bible, I don't think that's what the Lord was doing back in his days. Yes, at a certain point, but in the newer days, he wasn't just, off with your head. There was more grace. There was second chances. There was understanding. There was explanation behind, okay, this is maybe why. Let's sit it out with them, talk it out, explain to them why this is not okay. And if they still don't hear it out after that, if you don't hear out, oh, you being creepy because you doing this and you keep doing
And
it,
Mafia,
then
welcome in,
yeah,
welcome in,
off
Mafia.
with your head. You want to
No,
be a creep,
exactly.
you chose your life. That's different. But if it's just genuinely something where it's like, okay, this person is truly not understanding because they didn't learn this growing up. People say, oh, it's not my fault. This person didn't learn this growing up. I'm not going to sit here and teach them. There's certain stuff that should be unforgivable, but certain stuff I feel like could be given a
We
little more
taught.
understanding, a little more grace, and not just disregard it
Mm-hmm.
off the jump. Like, yeah, we not fucking with this. This shit gotta go. Like, we
Hmm.
can't do this. And it comes a lot from, I feel like, the cancel culture, and especially like with businesses trying to uphold their integrity and stuff. And now people on social media are treating themselves like businesses because we say we have a brand to uphold, right?
Hmm.
So we
Mm-hmm.
look at ourselves like, okay, I can't allow this because this is my business. This is my brand. Like if I allow this, then everybody gonna be looking at me like, oh, what you doing? Like we think too much about what other people care about, what other people are gonna think, how other people are gonna look at us as a whole. And it's like, let loose on a little bit of that. It's not gonna kill you.
Just a little bit, just a little bit, not everything.
Just a little tiny bit. Like it's y'all got a little strong hold right now in society when it comes to not letting shit slide these days, which is cool. Like, yeah, but damn, it just be certain shit where I be feeling bad. Like, I feel bad for this person.
Mm-hmm.
And like I see different standpoints. I never understood it. Like when certain people do stuff, I be looking at it from different standpoints, like how they felt in that moment. What could have led them to
Mhm.
doing that? Cause that could be me.
That could be
Never
you.
fucking know.
World goes in
Shit.
circles.
Mm-hmm.
World goes in
Okay?
circles.
You
You're
never
not gonna always
know.
be the winner. You're not gonna always be the loser, but you will always be in both spots at some point in time. So I think
Okay.
you not always do that. But Mario, did you come up with something right there? What you think it would look like?
Well, one, like she was saying, grace, which is something I had to learn in this past year of like one, giving grace to myself, because I feel like that's where it starts. Like if
Mhm.
you can't give yourself grace, there's no way you're gonna properly give anyone else grace. And I feel like nowadays people are a lot harder on themselves. And that leaks into like how they are with other people. So one, grace is definitely like the first step. And two is talking through our problems.
Mhm.
Just being able to talk through your problems that you have either with someone else or someone has with you. Just being able to talk through that rather than like you said, just cutting them off. And that's just it could have been something like really, really minor that was misunderstood. And we let it linger and you let it build and you build up your own story in your head. They got their own story in their head. And a simple conversation could really just abolish all the turmoil, all the beef, or whatever you got going on between the other person. If you just sit down and have that conversation, like, hey, like what's happening? Like what happened? Where did we go wrong? Where did you feel like I wronged you? And this is where I felt like I was wrong. And where can we meet on a common ground or like have some where we can find some basic understanding between both our perspectives? So it's just having like just a way more emotional intelligence. I feel like is the key. Emotional intelligence of being able to convey how you feel, be able to take the other person's perspective without first getting either emotional or defensive about it, and just be able to sit down and have a conversation. And gain some basic understanding on another person's perspective in a situation, not being so stuck on how they made you feel in like, all right, I'm not giving them any chance to make me feel that way or anything.
And that's true. That is 100 true because look, I'm gonna say this because I lived it. Hurt people hurt people. Okay, so because hurt people, get some help. Michael Jordan time, get some help. No, I'm just kidding. But no, everybody needs some help because I have
That's
recently
going in the
started
edit.
You see me? So I've recently started therapy, and I love my therapy sessions, because she helps me see different things, different points of view. But even if you don't want to go to therapy, because some people are scared of that. I think everybody should go to therapy. Get a community around you, but to really have a community around you, go see the lady. Thank you, Nails. Go see the lady. Okay, go see that lady. Get a community around you
Lord.
who is not only just gonna hype you up. Cause I feel like too many times nowadays, people only want friends or they want fans. They want people who gonna hype them up and tell them, "Hey, oh, you doing this? Are you killing out? Your hair look good." When in actuality, nah, you got some,
Yep.
you got some shit stuck in your teeth. That dress don't really fit your body style. That hairstyle not really shaping your head. Like you need real friends to call you out and also hype you up. You know, so you need to have community, and the community will do that. They're gonna tell you when you're wrong or when you're right. You need that, right? So we need to build a community together to where no matter what, you always gonna be staying on the right path. Because a real community is gonna make sure you feel loved. A real community is gonna make sure you're doing what's best for you. A real community is gonna make sure you're doing what's best for your family, your loved ones, sisters, brothers, cousins. They're not gonna make you. They're not gonna let you look crazy. Because one thing a real community is gonna do is when you are going to end up looking crazy, because we had those moments. I was just one person I watched her stream. I'm a VIP in her stream, and she was drunk on stream doing crazy shit. And I had to tell her in chat, I'm like, yo, get off stream. You out here
Oh,
venting
wow.
about your problems and you get off stream. And still, but look, everybody's having a good time. No, they are laughing at you. They're not there for you. They're laughing at you. They're being entertained by your sorrows. That no, get off stream.
Dang.
Get off stream. And so what I was doing was being a real community friend. Get off stream. No, that's not cool. If you need somebody to talk to, I'll talk to you. We can DM, but get off stream. This isn't for that. And that's why you need a community of people. Now people gonna laugh at you just because they entertained by your sorrows. But people gonna be real with people who can see through your sorrows, who can see through your craziness and say, "Hey, Telly hurt right now. Let me go talk to her. Real hurt right now." Because sometimes you need some people to see through your bullshit. Because we all have moments where we got some bullshit. Can we be human for a second? I'll admit that we all got some moments where we done
I'll
did
be
some
on
said
some
some bullshit.
bullshit.
You know,
Definitely.
so you need people who gonna see through that bullshit. For anybody who was there, through my woman hating phase, and Mario know what I'm talking about. And anybody who was there through my woman hating
I
phase,
wasn't there for that.
you wasn't there for that. Thank you, Ted, for not being there. You wasn't there
Thank
through
God.
that. But I
That's
had a phase. To where if you had a genitalia, I did not. It had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with any of the women besides the one that caused it. It had nothing to do with any of y'all. So,
okay. Makes sense.
hey, thanks for the raid, Krista. Hey. But yeah, so
Right.
but
Krista.
I want to say that the people who were there with me through that phase, and they saw me on stream and all this other stuff, and they said, you know what, Sue just hurt. He might say
Yeah.
shit that's offensive as fuck to me, but that's not his core. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna give him grace. Because let me tell you, there were some people who left me during that time. And rightly so.
Dang.
A Clifford Chris is playing.
Oh
Okay.
Them scary games.
Man, what? Yeah, she playing scary games. I'll be
Lord
mad.
have mercy.
So yeah, so you gotta have grace. I love both your answers. You gotta have
Oh
grace.
man.
And I think if I had to put my own spin onto that question was bring back love. Just bring back love. True love, not the BS people say just because they want a reaction out of you.
Mhm.
Not the BS people say just because they want you money, getting your draws and make you smile. No, true love. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring back that real love
Real
to like,
love.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
searching for that real love.
and it goes deeper than just relationships. Like, you can love somebody and not want to be with them romantically. You can bring back real love to where I want to see you succeed. Whether it's being a W mother, whether it's being a W father, whether it's, whatever. Just I want to see you successful. And vice versa. You should be want the same for me, motherfucker. But no,
Dang.
like, bring back love. Bring back love of community, love of growth, and just love. I'm put it simple as one word: is bring back love, man. I love all of y'all. I love Stewville. I love anybody that comes to my stream, and I'm a lover boy through and through. Everybody knows that about me, and so everybody I come in contact with, I love you, because sometimes people don't feel that, and they don't know that there is somebody who loves them, because not everybody's a Christian. So not everybody knows that there is a person who will always love them. They don't have a connection with Jesus. So what Jesus told me to do, and I'm gonna tell them, I'm a strong believer in this as a disciple. My job as a disciple of Christ is to let people know that there is someone who will love you despite anything. And it ain't me, it's that him. It's him. But
Please.
I can direct you to him. I can direct you to him.
Exactly.
But what I will do is I'll be the mediator, and I'll let you know I do love you. I love you for who you are, despite your bad decisions. And if you're willing to turn away from that, I can help you get to the person who will always love you. Because sometimes I don't, you know. But even even if you don't, I still love you enough to let you know. Okay. All jokes aside, this is a W freaking podcast. Tell it, thanks for coming on today. Rio, thanks for
Of
coming
course.
again. As always, it was
No
W.
problemo.
So next week is the final episode of this series. We're talking about community. And so we've talked about my story in community. Today we talked about how community kind of fell apart, why it fell apart, and how we can get it back. But next week we're gonna dive into the black side of it a little bit, since it is Black History Month. Okay. We're
Mm,
gonna talk about the black community.
spicy.
And we gonna talk about how the black community got destroyed even to this day. Okay. For a lot of people do not know who Willie Lynch is. If you don't, I don't blame you. They hid this part of our history on purpose. Okay. And so next week we're talking about Willie Lynch, who he was, and how things and practices that he implemented over 500 years ago is still being affected to this day. And once we point out these different facts, you'll be able to walk down your street in your real life today and be like, "Damn, Willie, that's Willie right there." Like, and I only say that because that's what happened to me. Literally, after I read the letter and I started looking at different stuff, I went through my life and I was like, "I ain't even mad at you, no, brother, because I know that ain't you. That's just a side effect of what some shit that Willie did to our ancestors." So now that I know it got passed down to you, it helps give you grace. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said. Once I learned about Willie Lynch and what his practices were, I viewed black people a little bit differently, because I know that it's just a side effect of things that we were taught. And so next week, I'm finally going to share that knowledge on what I know from Willie Lynch, and we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna dive into it because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. So that's next week. Always, and also, if you guys look for community, I gotta get some water. If you guys are looking for some community, make sure you guys
Please.
join the Discord. I have created a brand new Discord from top to bottom. I'm pretty proud of it. Not to, you know what I'm saying? Pretty proud of it. We have movie nights in there. We just had a movie night yesterday. We have a lot of great things. So join the Discord. Exclamation, no, not exclamation mark Discord. I haven't updated that command. Click the link above. Click the link above in chat. I gotta update that command. So you guys join the Discord, because I'm telling you, it's always community. No matter what, you can post your food in there, or your workout progress. Whether you need mental space, whatever. Stewville needs new residents, and our rent is cheap. Our rent only $5. You feel me? Where else can you look? Rent is only $5 in Stewville. So, with
Can't
that
beat
being
Heavy
that.
said, man,
discounted rent.
that's cheaper than welfare. You know what I'm saying? Oh gosh, that's cheaper than welfare. But no, thank you guys so much for another episode of the Cool Down Den. I was gonna rate Krista, but since she rated me, I don't know who to rate no
Oh
more.
wow.
So that just, Actually, I know how I'm gonna rate. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into the Cool Down. Then, as always, I'm gonna finish this by saying what I always say: make sure y'all kiss them, you hug them, and you tell them that you love them, because you never know how long they're gonna be here, man. It's your boy Stu, and thanks y'all for watching. Peace.
Yachty, baby. Peace, love, and happiness.
Bye.
Okay.